Hello everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, it has been a rough week with internet issues, real life stuff, and just, me in general. But today is session 3 of our Star-Crossed Alliance campaign. There has been small change with the players. I appreciate it, thank you. We're in the process of figuring out how we can get a better, consistent, more steady service. But I'm gonna try to get this done. If the stream continues to fail, I will still record what happens off stream, and then I'll be able to post the VOD once it has been wrapped up, and it will go on to YouTube manually. Yes, it's working well for now, but we'll see how it does in an hour. Yes, because I definitely don't want to lose a whole session just because, our internet decides to be a big old butthole. But we will do our best, and I hope you continue to. Please let us know if the bitrate drops, if the image gets pixely, if the voices get wonky, whatnot. Please let me know. If you guys can't hear us, please let me know. I super duper appreciate it. Also, feel free to ask me any questions while everything is happening. Sorry I wasn't around to hang out much that week. Was busy with the birthday. No problem. I hope you had a great birthday. No need for you to be sorry. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or if you want a sum up, don't worry. The DM, aka Pompador, will be able to help you out with that. And yeah. it can be overwhelming, for sure. Absolutely can be overwhelming. So we have most of our players here. There are a couple. There is one that is going to be running late. And they will come in eventually, but in the meantime, this is the perfect time, the perfect opportunity for you guys to ask questions. If you want to know anything about what happened, yes, late players are definitely par for the course. But without further ado, I'm gonna mute up. I'm gonna mute the music. We're gonna watch our trailer, and then Pompador will take over in just a minute. So thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys real soon. And by real soon, I mean as soon as I play the video correctly. For some reason the trailer doesn't want to play. Hold on, guys.
A planet besieged, their defenses routed, a species enslaved, their homeland occupied. In their darkest hour, unlikely help arrived. A star-crossed alliance.
From the shadow of my father's legacy, I forge my own path among the stars.
Knowledge is nothing without the minds behind it.
Yes, my lord. It's very interesting. Now, can we please focus on getting out of this alive?
I hate when diplomacy fails.
You know, I've been told that my bite is worse than my bark!
So your perception check result was a 4? Yeah, everything's fine.
Yay! Alright, yeah, we totally didn't fail anything. Nope, not at all. There was no issues there, not at all. How's it going, everybody? Hope everyone is doing great. I don't think I have actually seen it. Oh! Oh, there you go. Now you guys get to see it. Fancy that. Anyways, Pompador, aka
Yes,
DM. Feel free to let people know what the 411 is.
All right. Well, I was just making sure. Does everyone else have their audio up and running? Quick voice check. Voice check.
Voice check, voice check.
Voice check, voice check.
Nice simultaneous there.
Of course. All right. So, without further ado, thank you guys for coming in and listening in. Just wanted to bring up any assets that I have not made myself have been built and were legally purchased via Ventrue assets. I will find the appropriate spelling if anyone has any requests in regards to it, but everything else has been legally purchased and or made by yours truly for the maps. If there are any questions, comments, and concerns in regards to that, happy to answer and would love to do any questionnaires at a later point in time. You can always pop onto the onto pause Discord channel. I am terribly sorry. The coffee is not working tonight. Case in point, see the tired face there. But yes, so I will be popping in and reading a quick little bit and hopping on in. Hopefully we will have Citrine in the next 5 minutes or so. But to bring it up for our last time, ahem. Last time. Success! The occupiers were quickly wiped out, but their biobeasts proved far more dangerous, blinding and stunning various members of the team before sheer quantity and quality of fire from Wayland and Hanatra brought down the first of the pair. The second was violently gutted by Phoenix's armature and the gluttonous beast Vakon. While enemy reinforcements did try to flank the group, Zip and Minnie noticed and dispatched them before they could pose a threat. The team was able to not only dispatch the enemy forces, but do so without casualties. The most expensive cost will be ammunition, as well as Wayland's dry cleaning bill. On this episode, the team will explore and secure the facility, and the audience will have answers, hopefully, to many questions, such as what lurks within, how fat are the loots, can Vakon stop eating the valuable carcasses, and how do you clean Tazzle Guts out of a dress uniform? Find out today on A Star-Crossed Alliance.
Thank you
All
for
right.
the recap.
No problem. Pop up that map whenever you are ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's see. Sure it has the correct window. What? And now let me make the players color.
Hee small.
Why did on the correct one, and then it was like, nah, we're gonna put it on the other one, even though it's totally selected to the correct one. Damn it! OwlBear. What?
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are experiencing some technical difficulties, but at the good note, everything seems to be crystal clear today. Hopefully it will stay like this.
My DM is going to screw with us. Senses are tingling.
No, never.
What are you talking about? It's not like I've prepared for this entire area for weeks now.
There it goes again.
Fine, we'll do it this way.
Guess I'm just being paranoid.
There.
All right.
We'll do it live.
No, it's just I'll do it differently.
Okay. But yes. So, last we left off, I believe the easiest way we could describe this is, Vakon, get that out of your mouth!
Oh, I wouldn't take anything out of Vacon's mouth.
I wouldn't let him just don't touch Vakon. Do not touch Vakon. This is a very
Listen.
bad idea.
Listen, Vakon has claimed that one as his own. He looks cute chewing on it. It's fine.
Where do you get cute from this?
I have eyes.
I have 2 more than you do.
Well, technically, you have compound eyes, and if what I recall about fly anatomy is that you have much better vision than I do.
Yes. Which means I can see much clearer.
Yeah, and to me, that looks cute.
Right.
Oh, he's tearing out the entrails. Ooh, speaking of which, I'm hungry. I'm gonna try that stuff you said was poisonous.
Would you? I am not gonna stop you, but I would.
Is it over here?
Oh, no, that is an entirely different plant. It doesn't appear to have the orange leaves that were discussed before.
You're not gonna find it in this particular juncture.
Well, I'm curious. It glows. What's it smell like?
Not really much of anything.
This is lettuce. Could have sworn we came across some on the way here.
But yes.
Waylon, I understand you're curious. However, we are not native to this planet, nor do we have a means of handling anything if there are adverse reactions. I would highly advise we listen to the locals who are more attuned to their environment before taking unnecessary risks.
Inacha, you gotta transform back into your human form before you start growling at me. All I heard was roar, 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 roar.
No,
yup, yup,
I
roar,
am
roar.
human.
I know.
Excuses are being made.
Excuses are being made.
But yes. So, at this point in time, though, the little bit of a write-off that we're going to have is, as it appears as though Minisagi will not be able to participate in the upcoming future, Minisagi will be the one that actually volunteers to go and report back to the remainder of the group, as well as the UTP Belfast, about the successful beginnings of securing the facility. So, and hopefully will allow for the preparation and the stocking of this facility once you guys have completed your exploration and final security and clear out.
Excellent.
Wonderful. Okay.
But yes, so other than that, the first thing that is somewhat noticeable is after the destruction of the bridge, there is a noticeable gap between the edge of the cliff and the rest of the area in front of you.
Yes.
Says here.
Yes. Yes, my
Would you
lord.
come? Would you come over to me? I'm going to bring you to the other side. I'd like you to secure the area.
There's also a rope.
There is
I
indeed
can-
a rope hanging.
I can teleport. Shoop.
Please give me. Okay, so you are going to be spending that. Please make sure to mark down the fact that you are using some of your points.
Understood.
So outside of combat, arc will refresh much slower.
Understood. I have plenty more. Understood.
Okay. All right, so you have moved him to the other side.
I have.
How is the rest of the group getting over? Are you planning on hopping inside or staying outside? What is the general consensus?
Will be hopping myself over if Waylon, are you going to rope? Is my question.
And
Well-
my one bit of news is you cannot target yourself.
Oh, that's not on my sheet.
You can target friendly models and you can target enemy models, but you cannot target self.
Understood. Then I will be taking the rope.
Um, how hungry is Vatgon?
Already starting to go by the rope.
Oh,
Vacon definitely could do some more eating, but that's Vacon in general.
I'd feel bad if I left him out here alone and they got attacked.
if Vacon is attacked, I will know instantly.
All right. All right, I'll come in with you guys.
Whoop.
All right, so please, with the bonus of the rope that is hanging on the other side, I will need a jump check, which is agility.
Understood.
Now, the good news is, if you recall, your species actually gets boosted jump rolls.
Yes, it is single d6 to roll, I believe.
You roll 3d6 plus your agility.
Which is 4. So a d. Oh, okay, 3d6 plus 4.
That is correct.
It looks like 15 total.
Okay, that will be more than enough to leap across. Did not even need the rope. Luckily, it's only roughly a 6 to 8 foot distance. Let me check that. Yeah, about 6 feet at its shortest point, but that's pushing it to the very edge,
Aha, I'm good to. Oh, nah, there's rope. Why shouldn't I use the rope? Sure. And
And a jump.
dice. 2d6.
2d6 plus agility, unless you have jumping as a skill.
I don't. So agility, I believe, is 4. Yes. All right. Roll. 12.
12, very good. So you're easily able to clear it. The rope is definitely helpful. As you will land at the edge. Luckily, with the assistance of the rope, you can grab that and keep your balance. Yep. So, but anyway, now that everyone is in there, this small ledge with a barrier wall on the outside of the massive tree is the only true exterior feature that declares that there's any form of alien civilization here. The off-white ceramic material seems almost slick, and the light of the aurora plays off it, revealing a pearlescent shine. What seems to be the remains of a massive door have been shattered inwards, and most of the pieces are either crushed almost to sand, or have most likely fallen into the waters below. Now that you are inside, though, the first room is dimly lit by patches of glowing moss along the arched dome ceiling in sparse patches. The center of this room bears the remains of many things. While the massive corpse of the alien beast, riddled with wounds from both plasma and thermic formulae, draws the majority of the attention, there are also signs of other beings having been here as well. The now pale chitin of a Bakishkik forelimb, and the large orangish smear tells that at least the victim had died quickly. Taking up almost as much space as the beast, however, is the graying and lightless branches of what once must have been a fine specimen of tree, strangely planted within a larger specimen. what do you do?
I'd like to go up to the forearm of the biscuit that was decimated by its mouth.
So you can see that there is a severed forelimb. This is the front sharpened forelimb, not the fine manipulator. By the way, we are not in initiative. Everyone can jump in on anything you'd like to do in this room.
Fantastic. I'm going to recommend that we finish guaranteeing that the structure is clear.
All right.
So
There were other things hidden deeper within. Who knows if that's not still the case?
I completely agree. I'm going to begin checking the aether chemistry and some of the biology of this creature in front of me.
please do not move the doors.
Sorry, I accidentally
Is that
pushed
right?
it.
Okay, so you are going to do a check on the corpse of the creature in front of you.
I am, and I would also like to, if possible, take some of the bile of its acid.
All right, so I will first need an aether chemistry check. Is there any
Understood.
other checks that would like to be used on this monster corpse?
Aether chemistry, let me see. I'd like to use the lore knowledge of how to grab.
One at a time.
Okay, then
Aether
I'll start
chemistry
with the
check
first
will
one.
be enough. Yeah. Is there any other checks anyone else would like to do while they appear to be attempting to milk venom from this?
I will look at my sheet. It'll just take me a second because it doesn't want to open.
Comparable skills that Hanatra has beyond the usual detection ones are interrogation, forensic science, and survival.
I'm going to use a detection skill just to see if there is anything else obviously in the area.
Okay. All right. And Hunter?
I. I don't know if it would work, but I don't know. The tree has my attention. Can I use a medicine skill on it?
If you would like to for the tree, so a medicine check, if you would like to give it, I can possibly give you some information on it.
Would medicine or survival work better?
I would do medicine or detection would work best for the tree. As for yeah, medicine or detection. Hello, Citrine.
Welcome, welcome.
Detection.
Okay, so let's get some dice roll results real quick, and thank you for coming in. Just to give you a heads up, everyone has decided that being inside the building away from Vakon, who is currently finishing off the corpse of one of the dazzle worms, is a good idea. They left you outside with Vakon, considering the fact that you are not considered food while you are inside the giant armature.
That makes sense. Okay.
So if you would like to come in, there's this giant gap between the cliffside and the platform
Okay.
where the building
Yeah, it's-
begins. But that's
Yes, rough.
a step.
Okay.
Only ranging between 6 and 12 feet in distance, depending
God.
on where you jump.
Can I ask Zip to move me over?
It will, but after the second usage, it will start to become tiresome for Zip, just so you are aware.
What does
There's-
tiresome do?
There's also a rope.
Yes,
I
there
would
is a rope.
simply just be weakened.
Oh, okay. I could try to use the rope when I get my turn, I guess. I don't know if I have to wait.
There is no, you guys are currently outside of combat, so there is no initiative at this
Okay,
point.
I'll try to use the rope then. I'm still opening up everything though.
Okay,
No
worries.
worries.
Okay.
In the
So,
meantime,
when you're
uh,
Yep.
I would like to try to use tracking to see where these beasts and or the scientist had come from to kind of get a better idea of where the location of where the scientist would work on things, so I can use forensic science to investigate the area.
Okay. So, all right. In that case, so we're going to start in order of individuals doing things. Could I have the result of your aether chemistry check? That is to Zip.
I believe that is 2d6, correct?
That is 2d6 plus 8, I believe, at this point in time.
It looks like it's a 12.
That is a 12. Would you like to use one of your feat points to re-roll that?
I would love to. That's a better number.
Yes. And with the results of a 15, you will succeed. Please roll me a d6.
Understood.
All right. You will be able to harvest 2 units of organic venom.
Understood.
Next up on the list of things, a detection roll from Vizier, I believe, was the next one, followed by a medicine check by Waylon, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so that detection roll, please.
I received a total of a 16.
A 16. It appears as though all of the other doors are relatively secure. Now, there are no locks as per usual because theft is not really a thing that your culture has ever experienced. But beyond that, it does look as though there is definitely some significant damage in the area. So these doors have most likely been forced open or closed during the past periods of time. Other than that, you will also, with your detection roll, you immediately are capable of noting that the forelimb in the corner, you can spot that had, due to its size and robustness, had belonged to a warrior caste.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that,
You said robustness, but all I heard was Tobuscus.
I haven't heard Tobuscus in years.
A long time.
But yes, so you're able to note that. As for the medicine check, you believe, Waylon, that...
Oh, I went with a detection.
Okay, you went with detection on the tree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Please give me a result. Sorry.
13.
A 13 on it. So with this, a 13 on that result for the tree, you actually discover it's not a tree. It seems to actually be an offshoot. Part of a larger whole.
Oh. Like this is a flower of a tree?
This seems to be almost a blooming portion of it. And since it is still technically connected, there is the possibility it could be restored.
Oh. Neat. Well, I informed everyone of what I learned.
Okay.
But I'm also a little scared that this entire island is probably the plant.
Of course it is.
How big are your plants on this planet?
As big as we need them to be.
Right, bioengineering. Well, I'll move over here while the next roll is being decided.
So from there, the tracking roll will result that Hanatra is able to see, definitely due to the size of these two large beasts, they have most certainly moved through this door at some point in time, as well as this one. Just because of the overall size of them, they have definitely and notably worn portions of the floor that was not designed to originally house such massive creatures.
Okay, are there any signs of more recent travel?
The most recent travel has been through both of them, in fact.
Okay.
Within the past day, both of them have gone through. And now on to our associate outside. Would you like to give me? I'm assuming you want to do a jump check.
Yeah. Well, can I? Is
Okay.
it the same thing for jump or rope?
So the rope is giving a bonus to your roll
Okay.
to make it an easier DC. Also, if you do fail spectacularly, you will be allowed an agility check to grab onto the rope on your way down.
Okay, sounds good. So it would be, what would I have to do for that?
2d6 plus agility.
Okay, so, and then my agility is 4.
Yep.
So 7.
So please roll that again for me.
Okay.
Okay.
14.
You wind yourself up, and at the last moment before you're able to leap over it, you feel a slight tug from behind. Vakon had realized, oh, there was a nougaty center on the inside of that thing that just hopped out. Luckily,
Nougat?
it only... Yes, chewy center, crunchy exterior. So, as you had leapt out and attempted to make your run here, it nipped at and barely caught the end of your large and impressive cape, causing you to fall straight down. You are able to reach out and catch the rope at the last moment, however.
Okay, good.
So, you are now at the end of your rope, and effectively in the tiger trap moment, because there is now a Vakon looking down at you.
Oh!
Well, I believe this is where I come in.
Oh, it's so cute.
I will start giving it active commands to back up. This is not prey.
It will hesitantly grumble and move its way back. And as you keep an eye on it, do you wish to make a climb check?
Yeah, I'll climb back up.
All right, so in this case, it'll be a relatively easy check. I'll need 2d6 plus physical strength.
That's the PHY physics, I guess.
That's going to be STR.
Strength.
STR? Oh, okay, I see. 5.
Yep.
So, alright. Well, that would be
And-
10.
And with a 10, you will be able to scrabble up the rope and make your way onto the area.
Yay! I made it.
And so, as I think it's clear now, Vakon is not how you seem to keep putting it, friend-shaped.
It
I
is.
thought I can make a run for it.
Yeah, no.
Run.
I learned my
Nope,
lesson.
still friend shaped. Don't run. It only makes you think you're. It only makes him think you're prey. Even our animals think that.
Yes. Don't be food. Food runs.
I don't think running or not running would have done much of any deterrent based off the size of that
Vakon.
creature.
Vakon on the other side whines and tippity-tappities with all 4 of its front paws.
Oh, you can't say that's not adorable.
I
If you
can.
go out right
Easily.
now, I would have to put a lot of effort into convincing it to not eat you.
Yeah, it'd be worth it. But yeah, let's continue looking throughout the rest of this facility built upon the top of a mighty plant.
So, as the party has decided not to hug Vakon from the inside, there is only one question at this point. Door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3? Unless, of course, you wish to search anything else that is in this front area.
I will draw my shield and sword and move next to Hanatra, since I imagine, and saying, so, this one?
I'm interested in finding out where these creatures came from.
All right, I draw my pistols.
Secret is still here.
All right. So,
I don't have any reason to believe that it's empty yet.
Correct.
So the large round door with the slightest bit of effort, will roll into the wall. And the first thing that will occur is a smell. Now, mind you, this is far more pungent to the humans than it is to any of the other beings here, and more so to Hanatra. My apologies. So, the first thing that hits you is the pungent odor of rotting fruit. What had once been a well-maintained garden of live samples and has been ransacked, or maybe more appropriately, vandalized. All manner of dead flora is heaped upon the floor, practically mulch at this point. A good deal of cleaning is going to be needed to get this area back in order. Also for the humans, there is a second thing that is definitely uncomfortable. The already moist air of the planet is practically oppressive as the door is opened. The thermic microbarrier doing absolutely nothing to keep your outfits from sticking in uncomfortable ways.
Reminds me of the smell of baby food that's gone bad after a month. I've smelt that far too often in my lifetime. I'll proceed in.
Okay.
Ugh.
Stepping into effectively the steam sauna.
Yeah.
The temperature is the same, but the humidity's, a nice, comfortable 98%.
Okay.
Back on Zip, it's quite refreshing.
I was gonna say, I take a deep, comfortable breath.
Mm-hmm.
It's wet in here. I like that.
It is.
I do a quick
use
sweep of the area to make sure that there's no movement.
Detection check.
I too will detect.
Please both roll detection checks.
Yes, please. Not very good. A 9 for me.
A 9, okay. As for the rest of the group,
I don't know what I'm rolling.
Sure.
it will be 2d6 plus your detection skill. If
There
you
it
do not
is.
have that, it's
6.
Yes. There you go.
Okay.
So 13 and...
Oh, I see.
Yes.
13.
7 plus 6, 13, okay. All right. So, first off, there is no active threats in this room. The only movement that you can see is what appears to be a grotesquely overfed pick currently rummaging around some of the mulch. This poor little gecko has ballooned to the size of a tennis ball in the middle.
Ew.
Yeah.
Actually,
He's happily munching on the pile of dead plant matter.
I assume
Doubt you doubt that it would be able to run away from you at this point in time.
Yeah, probably.
Yes. As for any threats, nothing is noticeable. The area seems also to be structurally sound, and for the poor, damp humans, it seems to be a self-maintaining hydroponics system.
Even if there's nothing currently being watered.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're so comfortable with this room and the level of humidity, then may I leave it to you to investigate if you so wish it. Vizier.
Very well. I will start heading in if there's nothing actively. If it's only the little creature moving.
The little creature, between a mix of what could best
Hello,
be described as
Citria.
a peep
Welcome,
and
welcome.
a belch, tries to grab as much of the mulch underneath it and pull it further in on itself. In very much a "this is mine" appropriation.
How very protective.
While this is going on, Phoenix and Zip, what are you doing in the other room?
I think I'll walk in a bit closer to everyone else and
Okay.
be like, "What are you guys doing in here? Why does it smell so bad? What the?"
What
Maybe
the
I should have
heck's
stayed
that
in the
smell?
mech. Smelled better over there at least. But then I'll peek through the door and I'll look at whatever's you guys are doing and then quietly just decide maybe I'll just stay back for a bit because it smells too bad.
Unfortunately, door number 1 had nothing but rotting plant life, and that is the source of the smell. Hopefully behind door 2 and 3 will not be as unpleasant for us.
There is furthermore within.
Zip, what are you doing?
Knee deep in research of more of this particular creature.
Okay, very good. So please give me a research check at this point in time.
Another 2d6 for the money?
2d6 plus research. Luckily for you, these are your 2 biggest skill rolls. So that is going to be 2d6 plus 8 for a 15. Not bad. And give me one moment while I am pulling up the information about this creature.
Thank you.
So, while that is going on, are you moving into the next room, or are you going to try one of the other doors, folks?
It might be best if we move on to the next room. But
would
you were
be
saying
second that.
something, Vizier, about this is not the end of this room?
No, there's another door beyond.
See.
You can stay behind, Anatra. My nose isn't as sensitive as yours. I put my elbow and cup my face into my elbow and walk with still both my guns drawn.
One pointed behind, one pointed forward.
More like one pointed to the right, the other pointed forward.
So in his attempt to simultaneously walk while dabbing...
Quickly, Vasir. My visor's fogging up.
Very well, and I will move the door.
Yes, very good. As you move the door, by the way, the best way to describe for anyone looking at poor Waylon at this point in time, imagine he had been carrying a particular legally distinct purple milkshake from a well-known restaurant chain. And that purple drink may or may not have been splashed on him by someone slamming a door on him.
I just tried to make, like, in my brain, I was like, okay, how can I rearrange these letters where it would make sense for people to easily switch it to what it is? And then I realized, if I spoonerism this is gonna turn in very, very poorly very, very quickly.
Let's go. So, but let's just say that if anyone's looking at them, they may need to grimace.
Yes.
I'm shaking.
You're shaking your head?
Your grimace, I'm shaking.
Yeah.
No.
But yes, so from there...
For those in the chat. In the voice chat, I just posted it in the text.
Oh, no.
That's why I
His
stopped.
spoonerism was Dick Monald.
Oh no.
Yes, that's right. Grimacing at the Dick Monald shake. But yes. Anywho. All right, so you will open up this door. Yet again, it will slide in. You can see ahead of you is a long, slowly turning hallway of the outside area. The only thing of note in your immediate vicinity, is the damage to the floor from the large creatures having been moving around here at some point in time, as well as the noticeable splatters of now drying Bakishkik blood and viscera upon the ground.
All right.
On the bright note, the smell and the humidity are both far less oppressive.
Oh, okay. Whew. I
Are you
need to
closing
change
the
it.
door behind you?
Yeah.
We temperature control that room in order to. We would temperature control that room in order to grow plants that we need.
All right.
They destroyed the plants. They destroyed the people here too.
I understand that you're upset. It's okay if you want to vent.
There's no time for that.
I'll make time.
Yes. Gonna ventilate. But yes, so you can immediately back at the first room. The first thing that you can see on this is, yes, that this is a many-eyed creature that is a deadly predator, most certainly a carnivorous creature. Specifically, it appears as though from the way that it moves and whatnot, it is more of an ambush predator. The fact that it has been led into direct conflict and combat was most likely due to the goading of the individual that had been controlling it. Other than that, with the samples of venom that you have gathered and from the interactions there, you can see that this venom not only is excreted from the front fangs, but also it is capable of vomiting it at a short distance as well, and would most likely cause temporary blindness, though multiple applications of it may cause it to be permanent.
Oh.
You do
Yummy.
believe also that somebody that has an appropriate understanding of the anatomy and physiology of animals may be able to gain additional benefits from rooting around this with you.
Gee, I wonder who that might be.
Oh, gee.
Yes. But yes, you were able to discover that. As for the rest of the group here, so we are going to pause away from these two that have headed down the hallway. Hanatra and Phoenix, are you attempting door number 2 or 3?
2?
Yeah, I'll go with
Number 2.
I'm gonna try to do number 2.
Okay. Opening door number 2. This appears to be a small antechamber, and from the devastation from inside, you can see that this had at some point in time been used as a defensive point for the original defenders of the area, as they had fallen back in this direction. Considering the fact that you can see multiple furrows of a tassel worm having moved in and out of there, you can assume that the results of the defense had not been fruitful. Beyond that, there is another door leading inside.
Okay.
Well, I can just imagine with my wild creative brain on what could have fathomed here. I'm more interested in finding out where the
Oh,
scientists
talking to
had
me.
come from.
Yeah, it looks like they just had everything kind of just set up here. But there's not much else other than that I can see at least. They might have something further in though.
Do you wish to delve deeper?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, at this point in time, I'm going to cut back to Zip.
Yes.
Is there anything you would like to do at this point? You seem to have gleaned as much of the information as you can out of this creature for the time being, at least from research and aether chemistry.
Zip his tendrils will twitch as he will look up and realize there is nobody around him.
Just you and the corpse.
My bad habits set in again. Zip will get up, put the vials very safely away into the container.
Mm-hmm. Please mark those into your inventory, by the way.
Marked. He will also take a scale.
Okay.
So we're gonna mark down just a handful of scales.
A single scale off of this is roughly the size of a dinner plate.
Oh, it's that big. Okay. I will also take one serpent scale.
Okay.
And then from there, I'm going to look around and wonder where Vizir is. So my tendrils will do the thing and communicate to be like, where are you?
And unfortunately, you cannot detect them.
Nobody will hear this. It's a sad chitlin pout. I will walk over here.
You're gonna try to open up this door?
Yeah.
All right. A gout of steam comes out of here, but you do not see nor hear anyone else coming from within this area. However, much in a similar standpoint to the left room, there we go. Unlike the rotten smell of the previous savaged garden, this room has more of an acrid odor of wet lawn clippings. While the smell is different, the party member, in this case Zip, will be greeted with a similar sight to the rest of them of rotting plants and heaped compost. The only major difference is that it is a dead end with no doors leading further into the complex.
Say the last sentence one more time, please.
Dead end with no doors leading further into the complex.
But Zip sees things.
Yes, rotten plants and heaped compost.
No. But there could be stuff in. No. Nope. Zip will then move away.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
So, as that goes, we'll go back to the first group here, which is going to be Vakon and Waylon. Are you opening this door?
Yeah, I'm okay with opening it.
Who's Vakon?
Sorry, I keep calling Vizier by his pet's name.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep
just
calling it
cuter.
a pet instead of wild attack animal. My human is showing.
It's cute and it's ours, so it must be friendly.
Gore and bloodthirst on a tenuous leash.
Yes. Oh.
I am the 93-year-old with a pit bull taking it for a walk.
Yeah. No. This isn't even a pit bull. This is your Florida man with an alligator on a leash.
Florida man,
that alligator
Florida
is-
man.
Is walking a Komodo dragon.
Does whatever a Florida can.
Yes.
Yes. So, as you open the door, the remains of shelves and shattered ceramics reveals this area to have been ransacked. Overall, though, this seems to be the least vandalized room within the facility thus far. The culprit seemed more interested in looting whatever had been here and destroying what lay within.
Ceramics. What do you suppose was stored here, Vizier?
Well, given the amount of bodies we've seen, probably food stores. It would be difficult to hunt and scavenge for a facility like this.
Alright.
Any
Well-
checks on your group?
Yeah, sure. I'm interested to see what they could have wanted from this room, because they just scavenge it, and everything they didn't want was either left untouched or knocked over to get to what they did want. So, either a survival check for this room or a detection to see what they. Here, I'll do a survival, you can do detection.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
The results.
Are in.
6.
Ooh, okay, a very good 16 there, and from Vizier, not Vakon.
Yes, not Vakon.
Not back on.
My apologies. Which check am I rolling?
Detection? Unless
If
you
you
have a
like.
different check you would like to make.
No, detection's the best one I've got.
Well, with
17.
a 17.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow.
There we go.
Big numbers,
That
big
is a
numbers.
Yeah, near perfect roll there. All right. So, very first off, you can see that this, in fact, had not been a storage room, but more of an office, and it appears as though this had been the original area that they had been storing various aether chemicals. So, the culprits here had definitely looted this, as this is where they had most likely been storing large quantities of processed reagents, as well as the majority of the equipment. You could glean that this may have been the target of the original assault, perhaps, as this had been at one point in time, with the various reactive marks and small burns and scars upon the floor being not from combat, it most likely had been filled to the brim with a veritable treasure trove of reagents and chemicals.
Understood.
And with your survival check, so there will be two things that will be located by the group as well. Your detection, overturning one of the shelves, you actually find two, that is a pair of choke grenades. And Waylon will discover the remains of what appears to be a strange piece of some form of material. You've not seen it. It's somewhat like a scale, but far too flat, smooth, and it does not have the striations to it. But you also do note that it has etchings engraved into it in a strange script.
Well, I pick it up. I dust it off.
There is little dust. It is too moist for that.
And I hand it to Vasir. Can you read this?
And yes, he can. It is in fact a bowl plate. So the bowl being effectively the equivalent of cattle of this species. The largest of their creatures have long, elongated plates that run across the back of them, and as they shed them and cast them off, these pieces of shell can be used as a very pliant, almost form of parchment, as they have etched into it. But it does appear as though this seems to be a combination of a supply listing of what had once or most recently been the logbook of this room, as well as a quickly etched note in the bottom corner. Defenses failing, hiding this. Try to send the rest into the safety.
I will make sure that information is relayed to Waylon. So at the very least, we can see what was stolen.
And
reading what was stolen, you do decide that it would be best not to tell Zip of the sheer amount of aether chemicals that used to be housed here that are no longer here. You don't want to break his poor heart.
Will do.
But there's good news. Apparently, they managed to hide some, or at least they think they did.
Then we will investigate further. Hopefully they did not have time or inclination for the next room.
All right, and with that, we will go to opening the door with Phoenix as well as Hanatra.
It's very strange that you want to hear cat noises.
I cannot hear you.
As I am playing a werewolf. But I understand. I'll give you those in a moment.
Follow me.
Yes,
Are
I
you-
will be proceeding forward and doing another detection check.
Ah, some cat noises were redeemed, I see.
Oh.
We will wait for the cat noises.
Can I do
You
detection
can-
check as well?
You can just go ahead, guys. I can mute myself.
Yes, but you are in this room. Also, I'm assuming Zip is following along behind.
Well, I just got here.
Would you like to come with
Oh.
us?
Would you like to come along with?
Oh, yes, please. I got distracted.
Understood.
I saw you imaging inside that
So,
beast.
so it's a detection check, correct?
Well, first it will be the description of the room.
Okay.
Okay.
So, which will be the fact that, unfortunately for the poor Zip, the door is opened up and a rudimentary kitchen has been assembled here. The vinegary smell of spoiling meat adds yet another smell to the catalog of things the humans have compiled thus far. Softball-sized globs of meat sit on a table partially through the process of being prepared in whatever strange manner the now-dead occupiers had considered palatable. One can only guess the contents of that pot over there.
Humans were here?
Oh, no. I'm saying that you guys can add, the humans can add that to the list of interesting smells.
Oh, yes. Well, this is certainly not my kitchen at home.
I think I'll take my cape off a little bit and slide it over this side so I can cover my nose with it.
One quick face mask later,
Yeah.
and you will realize the shock of shocks, the horrors of horrors. There is a small bite taken out of the back of it.
No! Rackham got my cape.
Back
It adds
on,
character though.
but your cape. I see. We'll have to be a little bit more cautious. Correct?
Much
Yeah.
so. Do not play with him.
Oh, I wasn't planning on playing with it.
No, but everyone else was. Except for, of course, Viz here.
All right, so looking at this room, the first thing that Zip will notice is the fact that their entire kitchen here seems to have been set up by utilizing the wrong way various aether chemistry equipment. It has been repurposed, quote unquote, into cooking apparatuses and rendered entirely useless.
I'm gonna walk over to the machines, see if any of it is at all salvageable, just while also being disgusted.
Considering the fact that none of these were machines and instead had been almost living creatures, the fact that some of them have been hollowed out and a fire has been put inside of them,
Oh.
you do not believe that there is any way to save what used to be this fine and well-bred aether chemistry equipment.
Ha! Bread. I get it. They make bread in the kitchen.
My Zip's emotion is sad, just like this. I hate this.
All right. Is there any checks that you would like to use in this room?
I plan on using a detection check at least at first.
Okay. Please give me a basic detection check.
That is
Not bad.
a 16.
That is first off a crit as well, so if you have any feat points that you have used, you can refresh them.
Nope.
All right. So, first off, you will note that, yes, that pot over there definitely has all manner of meat in it, and you do believe that a forensics check could get you a large amount of information based on the, it could give you a large amount of information of the Trill's dietary needs, as well as what they seem to have considered palatable. Other than that, you are able to locate, you can roll me a d3 if you'd like.
A D3?
Yes, a
Okay.
d3. Roll a d6, we cut the result in half.
D6, but cut it in half. That's a 2.
So, yes, you will be able to find a ceramic jar filled with what best could be described as a crude butter.
Butter.
This could be used as organic oil.
Okay.
Is there anything else anyone else wants to use?
Can I do
yes.
a survival
Oh.
check? Ooh.
A survival
ahead.
check. And Zip.
Yeah.
Lore weird sciences.
Okay. Please give me a roll on both.
The 2, the
So-
D, and the 6.
Do I do 2d6 and then add survival?
Yep.
Before they enter, Hanatra will be informing them. The only thing I detect is the questionable contents of the giant vat over there. Other than that, I don't think anything else is moving consciously.
Then I'm going right for the weird vat.
I'm opening up the pot and taking a look at it.
Opens it.
Yeah, what's in that pot
Roll.
there? You open that pot up. You close that pot up. You look up. You look around. You do not. You regret the pot. The pot is filled with regret. All right, and the results on your survival check there?
It would be 11.
And 11. Okay, so as you guys are now searching the area of the KitchenAid, or kitchenette, however you want to call it, the first thing that a weird science result will give you is the fact of, yes, there is a large concentration of etheric energy within that pot, but not in the way that you would like it to be. It appears as though that they were attempting to condense the etheric energy in some form of strange alien format that they could consume it.
I would like to take a sample.
As you reach in, I'm assuming with a ladle,
Absolutely.
you push the ladle in, and with a sickening belching noise, a bubble pops, and a Bakishkik upper eye floats to the top.
There will be an actual sad screech that comes from the mouth that may hurt ears. Of just like, this is extremely upsetting. My
Hanatra will
people
run over as if to react in a defensive manner, pressing her hand against Zep to push Zep out of the way, just in case there is a danger.
They're using my people as energy.
Okay, nothing alive. She'll relax and remove her arm.
Apologies for the scream. I just found out my people are what's being used to feed everything and being used for energy.
I understand that it is a sad moment. Just wanted to make sure that you were not currently in danger.
Thank you. His tone will begin to sound like a stuttering sadness.
Okay, so from here, Vizier, you heard Zip scream somewhere in the building.
I must go. My people need me.
Hold on, as he just phases straight through it out of the stuff.
God.
Well, no. At that, I'm going to start running.
My lord!
Mhm.
But yes, high-pitched screech. So while there is the slight pitter-patter of tiny feet, Waylon, you are left alone, or are you following?
I'm following.
You are following. Okay, you will have no problem keeping up with them. So, all right. From there, though, your survival check reveals the same thing that the other one was. It's like, yep, those things are carnivores, and yep, they have no issue with eating intelligent species.
It's not fair. I have an issue with eating intelligent species. And they look delicious with butter.
They do. However, the thing is, it is Phoenix currently looking at it. Maybe he has a problem with it. Or is he going to sample the pot?
I'm not gonna sample the pot. I kind of just look at it with disgust, and then look at Hanacha and Zip, like, kind of like after they moved out of the way, and this after the scream and everything. Because I'm alarmed because I was looking around, but I didn't quite understand what was happening.
They find Zip in the kitchen with a ladle. Luckily, this is not Clue. Everyone is still alive.
Yeah.
Until the end, when we find out one of us is the killer.
Oh,
My
no!
lord, are you well?
What are you talking about? I'm the DM. It was me all along, obviously.
Obviously, no mystery about it.
But yes,
The narrator.
nothing better than the untrustworthy narrator. But yes, so the party has reconvened in the kitchen. There is a upset / frightened, I would assume, or at least describe. Please, Zip, describe your emotional setting at this point in time.
He is weary. Vizier can clearly see he looks drained of any positivity. To everyone else, you simply see shaking. Well, of course, the two next to me understand why, but Waylon just sees Zep shaking. The setting is grim in his mind. Zep will turn to Vezir and will communicate in his language as fast as possible to let him know that inside of that pot is the boiling aether of their people being used as food or of some kind of energy cycle for whatever ploy or plot they were brewing.
I will confirm with him back in the native tongue that yes, this indeed has been filled with horrors. There is many terrible things have happened here to our people.
Anatra will return to look at Waylon, who has also entered the room, and go, "No harm has come to us. Seems that the invaders have been eating their species."
My condolences, and I'm at my loss. Just, hey, we're gonna come down to your planet. And, no, that sounds like a joke and insensitive. I'm gonna stop right there. Yeah, no, I am flabbergasted, to say the least.
And he will turn back to the basically whiskey barrels full of his people and just grimace at the shake.
Grimace of the shake.
Dick
He will say,
Models.
we need to explore more of this place. If there are more things that are, we need more information on the enemy. This is terrible. We need to continue.
I look to Vasir, and I look to Zap, then back to Vasir, and I ask, well, should we tell him then? Angie.
Let's see what we have actually lost and see what else we may find. It does not feel right coming to my lord with less than a full report. I'm glad you're well. I'll take my leave.
Understood.
So will you be resplitting into the same group, or are you going to be exploring together?
We're all in this together. Might as well at this point.
Well, I was actually going to head back to the last room.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
All right. So in that case, here we go. I'll have you guys here. Hanatra and Vizier, roll me a d6. We'll see who goes first.
Just 1d6?
Oops.
Yeah, just 1d6. High roll wins.
5.
Anatra gets a 5. Vizier.
3.
A 3. Very good. All right. So, you guys will be opening this door here
Indeed.
as you guys will be making your way back, which does sound appropriate considering you guys were closer to it in the first place.
Yep.
All right. This area here, what once may have been a stately multi-purpose room, has seen the worst of any vandalism thus far. Ruined furniture and cracked remains of shell and chitin litter the corners with a pair of refuse piles near the midpoint of the large area. The damage to this room is extensive, with deep gashes and burn marks marring the walls and floors.
Terrible in here. It looks like they just kind of ransacked everything and literally ate anything that they could possibly eat.
I must say that I have to restrain myself from having to tidy up after these messes everywhere.
On the bright note, you guys are possibly going to be living here, so you might not have to restrain yourself much longer.
But for now, this is the investigation portion.
Mm-hmm.
Look with our eyes,
All right.
not with our hands.
Yes.
Then afterwards, I'll go ham.
Yeah.
Can we do like a detection check to see if there's anything like hidden like
Yes.
under the broken furniture or anything like that?
If you wish to give me a detection check, you are more than welcome to do so.
Okay. Let's see. I'll roll for that then. So that's 2d6 plus 5 for me.
Okay. Give it a roll. And Hanatra? Ooh, not bad with 15. So that is right there. You can make sure to add yourself back up to 3 feet points if you have not already.
Okay. I already am. But
All right,
thanks.
good, good. Yeah, the only one that needs to roll at doubles at this point, I believe, is Zip.
2d6?
Speaking of which, yeah. So, Zip, Hanatra, what do you do? 18? Okay, so detection checks?
Well, I don't have detection. I think you should just roll 2d6.
Yep, so you can add perception to it.
Understood.
I'll do detection.
Okay.
As a
It's a 9.
14.
Okay. 14 and a 9. Okay, so unfortunately
Wait,
for
wait, wait.
Zip,
8, 11. I don't know how
And
to
11.
math. What is math?
it is on. So-
Nobody knows.
Do not worry. So, unfortunately, Zip is going to hyperfixate on the remains of the shell and chitin littering the various areas in here, as it does show that, yet again, this seems to be where the various occupiers had been doing most of their eating.
Have they been eating in bed? What would their
Impossible.
mothers think?
Disgrace.
I mean, it could
So-
be the dining room.
Disgrace.
Yes. But other than that, the other things that you will note in regards to this is the fact that it's not just Bakishka chitin here. There is other shell casings.
Would it be relatively easy to detect which ones would not be from them, the Pikishke?
Yes, the remaining of the shell ones are a brilliant reddish orange, matching the trill.
So the Trill were eating themselves? Is there anything else on this planet that would have... She's gonna walk over to the pile of shells and pull out the strangely brightly colored red one to show Zip to get their opinion on it. Something like this?
Hmm?
You can roll me a bit. You can roll me a base intelligence check, 2d6 plus 6.
8 plus 6. 14.
All right, that is most certainly alien in nature. It is nothing that you have seen, and no creatures of your planet have shells as such.
This doesn't belong to my planet. This is something foreign.
So either the large snake-like creatures were eating the Trill themselves, or they're cannibalistic in nature.
Or, if they're from another planet, which they are, perhaps they took another species from another planet and used them as fodder, much like my people.
Is it
Food
fair?
for the road?
Yeah. Is it fair to say that the Trill bodies of those that we fought and defeated would still be towards the front?
Yes, if you would like to cross-compare. Also,
Yes.
no one has looted them yet.
Yes, I'm going to cross-compare and also rummage around and see if I can find anything like a bag or any kind of items that they had, any weapons that they had,
Okay.
any signs of older damage even.
Okay. So, are you going to be doing that search check over here? And I see you moved Zip along. Zip, you're following
I'm
Hinata?
following, yeah, because I will help in looking for things.
Okay, so that's going to lead. Okay, so in that case, what I'll do is I'm going to cut back to Waylon as well as Vizier, and then I'll go from Waylon and Vizier to Phoenix, and then back to you guys.
That's good.
Understood.
All right, so Waylon and Vizier.
All right. Guns drawn again.
Mm-hmm.
I will take the door.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to describe this room twice for you.
Okay.
So,
Why?
to Waylon. As the door opens, you immediately just have to close your eyes for the briefest moment as you can see what most certainly had been a well-used torture room. The remainder of a Bakishkik corpse is still laid out and tied down on a cruel-looking table. The table does not match any of the furniture that you have seen in any way, shape, or form, seeming to be first off metal in nature, and second off now forcefully bolted to the floor below, cracking the floor. All manner of cruel and barbed tools lay along the outside edge of a table, and the area is filled with what can best be described with buckets filled with viscera and other chemicals that may either have been used to prolong life or pain. Vizier, as the door is opened, you see a strange table, and a member of the leader caste has been splayed out on top of it in some form of strange medical procedure. You don't know what went on here, but there is something that's a strange wrongness that you are having difficulty understanding. There are medical tools that you've never seen or understood before, and a table made of a weird shell, possibly of similar make to the strange beast that had brought these humans.
Oh my god. This is... I've only heard about some creatures. No, I can't call them that. Monsters doing this. Vasir, we can't get these invaders off your planet fast enough.
I will slowly approach if, since my first impression is of a medical procedure, I'm going to get a closer look. Perhaps, I mean, is it obviously dead?
Yes, the leader caste is obviously dead. Its upper thorax has been entirely opened, and while the majority of the organs are there, it most certainly seems that a multitude of the nerve endings have been played with almost.
Vasir, if this is too much for you, you can wait in the other room. I'll investigate here.
I don't understand the why. I don't understand why they did this to him. To someone so rare as to be of no ability. I don't understand why such effort was made into exterminating my people. I don't understand why all of your technology always seems so cold. Even in the warm environment, these tools are cold.
Well, I can tell you why they did this. They were learning. They were learning in some of the most cruel ways imaginable. They were trying to figure out something. Was there something special about this one?
It was a noble.
A noble?
Like
So he can... Oh no. They were trying to figure out how to control the worker caste. And they didn't care what they did to this one as long as it stayed alive. I'm very happy Zap is not here.
Yes, I think it best we leave this out of the report.
Yeah. But like I said, there might be something in here that we could overlook. If this is too much for you, you can step outside. I'll take a look around.
I will just stand to the side for now.
Alright.
Need to consider.
Alright, so I'm going to look around this area.
Okay.
Using my detection.
Okay.
Let's go back. Add 6 to that. 2 dice. And roll. 15.
Okay. The first thing that you can see is that this is definitely something outside of your wheelhouse. While you are used to dealing with understanding strange animals or harvesting things for parts, unfortunately, the things that they were after with this individual were not things that you would normally search for. And as you were a survivalist and an explorer, not a torturer or an interrogator or anything of that sort, you are not only uncomfortable in this room, but you're having difficulty even figuring out where to look first, as you're also simultaneously doing your best to look away from certain things that are in this room, making you equally uncomfortable. As you are in a room filled with what had been the death throes of a etherically attuned individual, there is almost a sense of wrongness that you can't put your finger on. This would be the equivalent of walking into an insane asylum that was haunted for years. That sensation of this is a bad place. You have that prickle on the back of your necks of something terrible having happened here. And unfortunately, your eyes are not the thing that you need to learn more in this room.
All right. Let's move on. See if we could meet back up with the others.
All right.
go look up a thing I have not looked up in a very, very long time.
And as the camera pans away, we will go over to Phoenix. Are you about to open that door?
I will cautiously open this door.
He opens the door
Take a look at it.
cautiously. And oh boy, and you thought you were done with new smells today, and you were wrong. This room is filled a good 6 inches plus practically with, give me a detection roll.
Oh god, okay. So +5, so 12.
Plus 5, a 12. Ah, I'm sorry, you should have rolled low on this, because that is poop. That is alien poop. That is a lot
Oh,
of
God.
alien poop. And with a good detection roll there, you can make out all kinds of colors, shapes, and consistencies filling this room.
Oh, please tell me it doesn't spill out.
Oh, it at least 2 to 3 inches comes out. You don't know how they
Aw.
kept this door closed. You think the humidity has finally gotten to this and started to liquefy it in some way, shape, or form, but oh, that is a smell. Is there anything you would like to do at this point in time?
I'll immediately close the door back up again and just like force it closed to like make sure it actually stays shut.
Are you slamming that door shut?
I'm gonna slam the door shut.
You are slamming that door shut. Please give me a strength check.
Oh god. That would be, what would that be?
2d6 plus strength.
Okay.
You're
So
gonna want to
plus
roll low. Okay, good. You roll low. With a noticeable squelching noise, something along the lines of you're able to close the door, and it does spatter out a little bit. You are quite happy that you did not slam it nearly as hard as you had intended to. Heaven forbid it would have gotten over your very nice polished boots.
Splash damage.
And with that, I will walk back to the middle room and meet up with everyone else. That's enough.
You're like, well, that's enough exploring for one day. And while that's going on,
smells.
like that, congratulations, you have smelled every smell there is to have in this area except for one room. Would you like to go and complete the bingo card over here?
Sure, why not?
He goes over there.
I'm sure this
You know
one
what?
doesn't smell very good either.
Oh, it does not.
Oh,
But that
I'm sure
room
it's
has more of a
great.
smell of sadness.
Yeah.
But this room here is more wet lawn clippings, so a good way, a nice palate cleanser, a little bit more mossy
Okay.
and grassy. So you're gonna
Earthy
enjoy-
tones, yum.
Yes, that nice smell of almost like rain hitting fresh cut grass, sort of deal. You're going to appreciate this.
I'll take a
smell
deep breath
far
over
more.
here
Yeah,
and I'll lean against the door and be like, oh, finally, something.
yeah. So the only problem is you're practically breathing underwater with the humidity, but you know what? You'll take it. All right, but to get into the other area, while the various individuals have been searching other rooms for better or worse or worser, you will be able to gather the remaining surviving equipment of the various trills from within, which is 2 working trill blasters, 2 trill blades, 3 trill shields, and please, since you had done the search check, Hanatra, could I have you roll 4d6 for me?
Trail blades. What was the last one?
Trill shields?
2 of them?
Yes.
Okay. And you
then
said
4d6. A 15.
Yep.
All right, that's actually pretty good there. And 15 of these strange pod-like things pulsing with an inner energy, considering the fact that you see one.
okay. And when comparing their chitin to the chitin in that other room, do they match? Okay. Okay, well, they definitely still had working weapons, but their shells seemed to match almost identically to the others. If I had a little bit more appropriate equipment, I may even be able to test further. Oops. Everything all right, Junior Lieutenant? What kind of unspeakable horrors are we talking? Yeah.
What happens after people eat?
Oh,
Has to
it's
come out the other end.
oh, so it's justification.
Yes.
Why did you say something so innocent to be so foul? That's fine. Whatever.
You can go in there if you'd like.
It's not.
That can be your new bedroom when we clean up everything.
You're not getting any of the share.
No.
Share of what?
Hanatra looks at you with arms full of loots.
Yeah.
Keep your comments. That's not unspeakable. I've had enough unspeakable today.
At about this point in time, so Vizier and you, are you returning to the other room? Waylon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, as at the comment of unspeakable horrors,
Yeah.
the door opens and these two walk back out.
Zap?
Yes.
How are you? How is everything else?
I'm fine. The lieutenant made a terrible joke just now. Please tell me you're fine. The face that you're making mimics mine.
Oh, I thought the visor would hide it.
No, your chin is still showing.
Lieutenant Phoenix.
Phoenix, you notice he has a face similar to your face moments before.
Oh god.
You are gifted. You can use formulae, correct?
Can I?
He's asking if you're thomically attuned, which is yes.
Oh yes.
Okay. Can you come with me and just you, only you?
Yeah, I can go over there.
All right.
Oddly particular.
We.
Simultaneously, Waylon, your gun senses tingling as you walk by.
I spent. Is that gun?
Hanatra's standing there holding 2 trill blasters, 2 trill blades, 2 trill shields, and a bunch of ammo.
Ooh. Neat. I'm going to inspect those later. But right now, inspection. Come follow me and I'm going to take Phoenix and make sure that we're not being tailed. I will entrust Visir to keep Zap's attention.
Why particularly my attention would you say that?
I'm not saying that out loud, sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, yep.
Thank you for the hydrate.
Yeah, hydrate.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Zip,
Hello,
Vizier,
Nirvana. How are you doing today? Thanks for
Hanatra.
stopping by. Yes.
So, as Vizier is at least aware of what went on, Hanatra, though, and Zip, you have just noticed that Waylon is acting very suspicious.
Indeed.
Waylon. Oh, sorry. Fuzz here. Report.
So the raiders have stolen a great number of alchemical ingredients. A great number of reagents have been taken. And we have found evidence of other terrible things, not unlike
Just popping in
what you
for a
have
bit.
found, my lord.
Hope you have an amazing stream. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yep, this is session 3 of our tabletop game. So I
Sorry to
appreciate it. If you
report
have any
that
questions or
we
whatnot, feel free to ask.
need to...
But thank you for the lurk. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
How well versed are you with funerary rites? I admit it has been quite a while since I needed to use them.
I only know of them for my duties and nothing more, so I do know them. Mostly they were left up to my elder siblings. All of them, as well as myself, are rich in that lore.
Well,
My
we may-
siblings, you don't think that we haven't found any of them?
Luckily, from looking at the individual that you have seen there, you can confirm that it is a member of the leader caste, but it is not a member of the current ruler's brood.
Yeah. So it was the one I found is not of your brood, but my lord, but is still of the leader caste. And I believe it is only appropriate we prepare some we prepare for proper funerary rites.
Then we'll bear a starlight ritual. Gather as much as we can, and allow them to see the stars one last time outside of this prison.
Yes.
I am terribly sorry. My mind is going to a dark humor place.
Oh boy.
Fetch the ritual catapult! Fire them among the clouds! I'm sorry.
The sky is always hungry.
Oh goodness.
I apologize. So, you make it into that room, and oh man, this is outside of your pay grade. And you didn't think that you'd prefer the poop room. You may be preferring the poop room.
Now, when you say that,
So this looks like a mix between the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and an alien autopsy video gone wrong.
I walk up over to the table and kind of take a closer look at what was done.
Yep. So, do you have interrogation in any way, shape, or form? Interrogation, forensic sciences?
I do not.
I know
As far
someone
as I
who
know.
does.
ooh.
Oh man, when does Mirror get here?
Hmm.
But yes. So, is there anything that you would like to do in this room? There is indeed an impressive array of. Now, you do know blades, and you are looking at these going, these seem to be the most painful looking things that you can imagine going into or out of someone.
Are they like knives or are they like
They're effectively
needles or
knives, but
surgical
they're
tools?
it's take a mix between surgical tools and medieval torture equipment and make them more non-Euclidean in shape.
And nut cracking tools for getting stuff out of crabs and lobsters.
Yes, for some reason there's weird shrimp forks here and nutcrackers of obviously large No.
Oof.
There's a tub of butter in the corner. No,
Ew.
not in the
No,
kitchen.
no, no, my people.
So, are you feeling like this place is haunted? Because I'm feeling like this place is haunted.
Give me
It's very
a
possible.
yeah, give me a D6. Give me a 2D6 plus arc.
2d6 plus arc.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Arc. Okay, plus 3. So
Yep.
it'll be 9.
A 9. All right, that is not that bad. You can you can feel some residual energies here. Nothing major beyond effectively emotional echoes.
Mm-hmm.
So you have seen in your line of work something similar to this when an individual that was attuned had jumped on top of a grenade in a previous combat situation that you'd been in, and as they passed, their last emotions tend to stay in the area for a period of time. Roll me a d6.
There we go. Oh.
Okay, no, that's don't worry, rolling low in this case is good. You believe that this should probably pass in about 3 days and should get back to a normal feeling in this area. It doesn't seem to have imprinted too deeply to the location if these beings are anything similar to the attuned members of human society.
Okay. So
But to the unattuned and the untrained, it definitely has that creepy feeling of a bad place. But luckily, it doesn't feel like it's going to last long to someone slightly more attuned.
Okay. I'll relay this information to Waylon and tell him it looks like there is some terrible things that happened here, and there may be some echoes in the energy in the room, but it does not seem like it's permanently haunted or anything to be worried about. In a few days, it should pass.
Okay. I admit my ignorance, and I was actually kind of hoping you could talk with the ghost or something.
No, actually, I can only kill ghosts, maybe.
Maybe.
But I wouldn't want to kill
Allegedly.
one of Zip and Vizier's kind ghost. That seems kind of rude. I think they've suffered enough, actually, judging by all these fools that are laying on the counter.
All right. Well, shall we meet back up with everyone else and close this room until needed?
Forever.
Yeah, forever.
All right. So at this point, you seem to have explored the majority of the area. Everyone has looked. Every room has been explored at least once. Is there any area that you guys want to double check into, or perhaps use a different skill set that you're sitting there going, my ability might be useful here?
Well, since Sinatra did not get to explore all the rooms, she hasn't felt particularly helpful in certain areas, so she would be more inclined to go search in other locations.
Okay.
And Waylon would like to search in this grass clippings area.
This area here?
Yes.
Yes.
Mainly because, well, there's a bunch of mushy things,
Yes.
and I don't think
Waylon,
anyone's used survival here yet.
Yes. You have also you had to step over the giant tassel worm that you have not paid much attention to get into this room.
I paid enough attention to it when I was unloading into it. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
That's the extent of my. Actually, after I explore this room, I will use a survival check on the tassel one,
Okay.
just to determine any future weak points, breeding, whether this was an adolescent, an adult, or a God's forbid child.
Look out! It's a baby.
Eat a baby.
Who ate a
Luckily, this
baby?
species.
It's a baby.
No, I
Eat
know.
a baby.
No, I know.
Alright, so I'm going to survival in this room right here and see if I can find anything that was hidden away.
All right. So.
Because this place is particularly steamy.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like a good place. 2d6
Okay.
plus 6.
All right. So
No, plus
from
5.
there, and 2d6 plus 5. Give it a roll. And 11. All right. These plants are most certainly rotten to the extreme. However, just like that other. So congratulations on smell bingo. You can check another one of those boxes off there. Luckily, this is more lawn care smell. But you definitely can see, and after doing a little bit of survival, you think that you don't think you could process it, but maybe it might cheer Zip up if he was able to try to extract some of the remainders of some of the, for example, the roots of this large dead plant here that is hanging out of one of the planters. It seems to be possibly still alive. You're not a botanist, but you have dealt with plants quite often before.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come back and inform that. Hey, one of the plants is here. In here can be saved.
A plantis?
Yeah, it's savable at least. Something in here is still alive.
That's extremely pleasant. Let me come see.
All right.
All right. So while you are running on over there to possibly the two of you are working on that, I will say Phoenix, Sinatra, and Vizier, any rooms that you guys wish to investigate.
She will go through the other room and see where these guys had been talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to get a feel for the long tunnel, the other room, and whatnot. Because
Mhm.
these were unexplored by her.
Yes.
I have no more desires to see what this tree holds. I have every desire to leave for a little while and go be in an area where the world makes sense again.
All right. Well, outside, if you take a look, something does make sense. Vakon is licking that rock.
Rock.
Truly, he is the wisest of us all.
Mm-hmm.
Rock.
But yes, he want a rock. All right. So from there, and Phoenix.
I'll go walk out too and get some fresh air. Because I think I've been to most of the rooms. Yeah.
Yeah, fresh air seems like a good idea. You know, mind you, the entire time you've been going around the rooms, the outside, the inside, everything has been a steady 80 degrees. You've felt almost no temperature variation this entire time, but the humidity does vary wildly. So out here, much more breathable, a very nice 60 degrees humidity. Ugh.
That's much better.
Still better by
I
comparison.
can actually breathe a little bit.
Mhm.
It doesn't smell like meat. It doesn't smell like grass. It doesn't smell like poop.
Doesn't smell like sad.
It's gonna take a lot of cleaning up to get this place up to par.
Mhm. All right, and Hanatra.
I find myself in the gruesome room.
Yes, to the little shop of horrors. The best thing that you can think while looking over the horrid work that has been done, amateurish.
I've seen worse. I've seen better. But I've definitely seen worse. The cruelty of being a bounty hunter has led me to some of the worst minds that have been twisted by humanity. But now I'm in a new place, and I am exposed to foreign twists of different minds, in some sense. However, the tools and the means of doing so don't seem too far off. Leads me to question, maybe we're not so different after all. I'll roll, interrogation and forensic science.
Okay, which one first?
Let's do interrogation.
Okay.
2 6s?
Yep.
Plus 4.
Oh no.
Oh no, wait! Well, I rolled interrogation first, which is, it's a 2 plus 7, but it's still 2 ones.
So would you like to use one of your cool pool to
Yes,
not mess this up?
absolutely! I would like to
Okay.
re-roll.
Okay. Dramatic monologue, slips in blood, face plates, knocks all the tools over.
Hello, Spooky. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping
If
by.
I might cite a quote from the legacy of Balloons Tower Defense 6, Quincy never misses, proceeds to miss the first balloon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a 12.
Very good. All right. So, steadying yourself and almost slipping on that pile of blood there, which is surprisingly still slick.
It must be all the humidity.
Oh, most definitely the humidity.
Most
Totally
definitely
the humidity. Yes. So, you see this tortured member of the Bakishkik people. Their insides have been splayed open, and all manner of tools have been used on them. The interrogation, from what you are able to see here, is, at a second glance, far more prolonged than you would have thought. The Trill having been in this state most likely for at least 12 to 14 hours of being worked over by this individual. The various now useless medicines below seem to have been being used to stabilize and to keep shock from setting in, allowing them to continue to work on this creature and to ask as much as possible of it. You can only hope that they were actively seeking information and not just doing this for some form of cruel jollies. On another note, looking at the tools, you can see that they are surprisingly well crafted. And looking at them, they seem strange on the fact that these seem to be utilized, or would be better utilized by someone with the fine manual dexterity that you possess, and not the strange meaty claws that these Trill creatures have, being at most 2 to 3 pincers.
Okay. Well. At least they didn't have the
appropriate way of using these things, but that leads me to believe that they were not using these things based off of their own anatomy, but perhaps they were borrowing it from what was already here and available and ready for them. These were not theirs. They made do with what they had. But I don't know if they were able to succeed in what they were aiming for, or if this was just part of pure twisted pleasure.
Now I'm imagining Hinatra talking into a recording device like she's a coroner on an autopsy.
Well, considering she's a gumshoe, she may have one of those for the Dick Tracy moments. Totally going, like, she walks into the room and the color just bleeds out. It goes full noir for a moment.
She's already got the, the albinoism with the black outfit going. Might as well just slap on a little bit of an old-timey-wimey investigator onto it.
Timey-wimey! Yes! The timey-wimey. Investigate with your sonic screwdriver.
Yes.
Yeah, she needs to start saying that she's going to clean people's clocks and, fix their wagons and, I'll wash your socks.
Alright, she's old school, but she's not that old school. Come on.
Alright. So, but yes, and with that, let's see, I'm just going to give you the important point on that is the fact that I would also like to note that these tools seem to be made of metal.
Mm-hmm.
From there, did you want to still do your forensic science check?
Yes.
All right.
It is odd.
When she looks around, does she see, like, a kit that may be left open with, the spots that would be associated with the various tools that have been laid out that she could put back?
Yes, yes, you could. As I had stated, those tools are very finely wrought. They are a complete set. If you wanted to take these with you, they could be used to provide a +1 tool bonus to any future interrogations, so long as you are doing an appropriate interrogation.
She may not use it, but she at least wants to put the tools away where no one else has to be exposed to that imagery.
Okay. And while you were doing that, your forensic science check?
Yes.
And now this will be the coroner moment.
Yeah.
Coroner's report, star date 23:55.
Oh, that's a
Total
10.
Total of a 10. Well, they ain't getting any deader. However, you will note a few things. This is a very narrow specimen, very similar to Zip in size and coloration. Noticeable differences being the fact that they have a slight orangish hue to them. So the orange being around the shoulders and the manipulators, possibly some form of variance in coloration, or it may just be from the damage that has been done to them. You can see that, strangely enough, fire was definitely used against them, so they were burned at some point in time. All manner of injuries, none of them on their own enough to be a mortal wound. However, the combination of them and being left to the elements was enough to eventually cause them to pass. It appears as though after your final conclusion is that they died of shock.
I see. Now I can understand the long faces that people had when they left. And she will...
Do you wish to check?
What?
No, you first. And she will.
Was there just one body, or were there any others?
A single body.
I see. She will search the body if they had any, like, identifying features or items that may have been either removed from them and put to the side, or still left on them?
In a what can best be described as a bucket. It seems to be more of a ceramic vase that has been mostly broken. There are bloody rags that may at one point in time have been a garment of office.
Okay. She'll leave it where it is for now, but keep it as a mental note. Identifying color or material based off of what she can tell that's not drenched in blood. So she, based off the response of others' emotional states, she does not want to expose them to further distress.
Understood. All right. And whiplashing back over to Zip and Waylon. Give me an aether chemistry check.
Lol. Okay. 1, 2, skip a few, roll the frickin' dice. Let's see, it's a 16.
A
Nice.
16. Okay, that is very good. You do, after looking at this, while it does seem to be alive, there is very low likelihood that you would be able to save this. However, in its current state, you could extract some reagents from it. Specifically, this one, you could get probably some organic acid out of the plant.
I would like to try, knowing that its likelihood of survival is nil.
Okay. So roll me a d3. That'll be how many organic acids you'll be able to harvest from it.
Understood.
And while Zip is doing that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to mention something.
I don't see a D3, I only see a D4.
You roll a d6 and you cut it in half. And what will you mention?
Oh, I just rolled a 3.
Well, there you go. So it's a 2. So add
cool.
2 units of organic acid.
Understood.
So as he's doing that, I will mention that I have found a disturbing site.
Disturbing in what way?
Do these invaders use organic technologies such as their weapons and tools and
Everything I've noticed so far has not all been organic. They've utilized some, yes.
Your gun senses from outside, they seem to be a strange combination of organic and metal.
Well, it just seems odd to me that the handlers of those bio beasts, that they just seem, I don't know, ill-suited to use tools like I've seen. Like they're trying.
What is the word you're trying to use? Are you trying to say they've taken? Are you trying to say they've metamorphosized or polymerized things that they don't know how they should use, as if it was given to them?
I'm thinking that they're not the leaders. They're just the troops. The leaders are the ones that are pulling the strings from a safe distance.
As any good leader would.
A good leader leads from the front.
A good leader leads their troops, if need be, from the behind as well. Any tactician or stratagem knows not to be on the front lines, for they're the sole reason an execution is possible. If they die, the fleet falls if they are the ones with the knowledge.
Oh, right, I forgot. You have leader casts. Anyone from my people can pick up the mantle of leader.
Saying in certain species is completely understandable, but consider the following. If one of your species is considered a sage or a wise man, yes? And they are the ones with the knowledge to be able to politicize your front lines. Their mission is to do that one task. They cannot fight. Are you going to put such an individual who is a prize in the mind in such a lucrative disposition?
I mean, sometimes you can't pull them away from that lucrative disposition. Take Sarge, for example. Oh, he's pushing what? I have no idea how old he is.
Sarge, currently in the brig, not allowed to leave the UTP Belfast for fear of yet another faux pas and possibly psychological evaluation, vibrates angrily on the fact that he feels there's a war out there that he's not allowed to be in.
Yeah, trust me.
However, different species do different things, much as I've learned yours does much different things compared to mine, which does much different.
Yeah.
Who's to say theirs isn't a hybrid or something different than ours?
I mean, it's just something to keep in mind.
It is. And what bothers me is their use of all technologies. Bio, metal. As much as we don't use your sort of ingredients for creation, they're using a terrible form. And it simply speaks to an evil.
Well, I just thought I'd bring this up and discuss it with you.
I very much appreciate hearing your thoughts, and thank you for trusting me to begin to wish to speak to me on such matters.
So, did you extract like a poison from this thing? Is it going to
Thank you
live?
very much, Renova.
Sadly, it's
I
going
apologize
to perish,
for that. I
along with
thought I was
most
talking with
things
you,
in
but I
here.
forgot that I was
However,
muted.
I was able to
Thank you for the
gain
head
some
pat. I'm sorry it didn't
acidity,
work right away,
and perhaps I
but it
could
has
make
been
some
fixed.
materials
Thank you very much.
coming up.
I appreciate it.
Perhaps
Thanks for stopping in.
vials of goodness, I'm beginning to stammer, getting upset again. Perhaps some etheric acids for our combat purposes, or maybe something new.
Maybe. And if it's mild enough, I can put it into a salad.
Have you ever heard of
Eats acid.
perhaps you've heard of canola?
Canola. Yes, that was an ancient Earth video game.
I meant the oil, but perhaps not on your salad.
But yes, so as this is going on, and lightly conversations and horror stories about what balsamic vinegar is will occur in the corner there. Hanacha will rejoin the group up here as there's just a slight nod, as with a small sense of satisfaction, Vakon has finished eating that entire boulder, mainly
Right.
unhinging their jaw and slowly moving themselves over it.
DM, I have a question.
Yes.
Now, this is just for the hilarity's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like giving a dog a biscuit to sharpen their teeth?
It's more of like a goat eating, having the gallstones to help grind up whatever they consume.
Understood.
Although in this case, it would be more of the equivalent of watching a chihuahua eat a football.
I hate it.
Like, how
Oh, God.
did it fit that?
Yes, DM, how did it fit that? Do.
But yes. All right.
Alright, so I'm gonna do the next thing I want to do. And roll over this table like a cool guy.
Check for
You
athletics.
Dukes of Hazzard your way over the, yep. You Dukes of Hazzard your way over. Give me an agility check.
Alright.
Splurk.
Let's see if you Dukes of Hazards or Don'ts of Hazards.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun 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 dun
You
dun.
Dukes of Hazards over it.
All right.
Alright.
All right. And while you are doing a survival check on that, is there anything else that anyone else would like to investigate at this point? Otherwise, you will get to watch the wonders of Vakon dragging themselves along the ground back towards the cliff. Very proud of himself.
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
I would like to have another conversation with the lieutenant.
Okay.
Junior
You will go
lieutenant?
out?
Junior lieutenant.
Okay.
All right.
That's
consider-
not in his spot to
Hanatra's
shout
gonna
out.
look more at the body
Okay.
of the alien. Yep.
For our ritual to proceed, in order to give them a burial, we need to get the sparrows out of this horror. Can we use your beast, to get them out?
Yes, you can do that. I can call it over. We can bring it over to, or bring him or her over, or them, I guess, over to the door, and then we can try to pull it out safely.
Understood. They need to be put with the rest.
Okay. Well, we can gather up. Well,
But yes. All right. And a survival check from you two. And I will need a lore check. We'll do a lore check from Zip.
Understood. I'll do lore check right now.
survival for me.
2D.
No, survival from Waylon and Tanaka.
Okay.
A survival check from me?
So if you wanted to investigate, do you have
Sure.
any other checks that you want to investigate instead of survival on the Monstar?
No, that should be okay.
I have medicine, but that's the only thing I could think
Yeah, you
of
see
that
the-
isn't detection.
It was either that or forensic science, but survival has a higher number.
I could do craft banjo music.
That is
There you go.
13.
Okay. So a 13, and what was
And
your
I got a
Waylon?
12.
A 12. Okay. And Zip got his. I will get back to Zip in just a short period of time. First off, the good news that both of you give a brief nod of agreement on is that this large tassel worm, first off, is not a bio beast in the strongest sense of the word. It is not a bio-sculpted creature.
Okay. So Hanatra's gonna make eye contact with Waylon, pointing at the various spots that she's noticing, and hoping that Waylon will also point out the spots that he finds.
Will be able to utilize Big Game Hunter against this style of creature moving forward.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
So from there, though, Hanatra, your largest discovery is the fact of, after taking a look through this thing and confirming with Waylon, this is a juvenile.
I see.
So, we've learned something else about these invaders.
They get bigger.
Well, oh, wow, you're right. But no, I meant the controllers.
The scientist or
just-
whatnot, the handler, I guess you could say.
Yeah, they took this beast from a different planet. Probably not their own.
So you think they're planet hoppers?
I mean, with the hodgepodge of technologies I've seen them wielding, yes.
Yeah, the tools in that other room were definitely not of their origin. The tools were
Oh,
more based
useful
for different hand anatomy.
You know the room I'm talking about.
Yes, I was in that room.
Yeah.
Right. Is there anything else you wish to discuss before I hop back to these three?
I haven't mentioned the room to Zap.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't planning
So-
on it either.
Okay. All right. As Zip is about to give a long-winded exhortation about the appropriate burial rituals, he is briefly interrupted by the proud belch of Vakon outside.
He's definitely friendship now.
It's just not. I give up.
But
It's
yes.
been a long cycle.
So, the burial of the leader caste. So while many of the warrior caste and the warrior caste and the worker caste have a far simpler burial, literally just a burial. Put that, plant a tree on top of them, something of that sort. Some way for them to actually return to the aether. The individuals of the leader caste are normally set into the tops of the highest trees or something of that sort to allow them to be connected to the winds and to allow them to return to nature in as an airborne way, so they may spread among the winds of the aether to hopefully find their next place, be it as a tree, as a creature, or as perhaps hopefully another leader caste being born again. Luckily, you do have a very large tree here.
Okay. I have a perfect spot to bury.
But yes, other than that, is there anything else that you intend to do in this area other than commencing a possible burial? Or in this case, airborneal?
It's not possible. It is happening.
Mhm.
His only focus is making sure that every possible body part could be put here alongside of the ooze they have been put into.
So you do understand that with the remainder of the cooking ingredients and things of that sort, while it is a little unceremonious, it would still be considered a decent burial to feed it to Vakon, as it would still become part of something more, and the etheric energies would be spread along. However, the leader most certainly would not be done as such.
Zep has not been informed of the leader, or has... There's one he hasn't been informed of, right?
So
I've given you a gentle version.
you have given, yes.
Okay.
Vizier has explained a very gentle version that the leader or the commander of this area has been located, but he has not specifically stated a leader caste. He's danced around that fine subject. However, for the rest of the individuals, the warriors and everything like that, you're not as versed, considering that you are a leader caste yourself and tend to only worry about the burial rituals of the leader caste.
Right.
So, but as for the rest of them, literally taking the pot and dumping it into the currents of the ocean and letting it being fed to the various animals outside would also be appropriate, or digging a hole, burying it, and planting a tree over it, some way to make sure that the nutrients and the etheric energies of these beings can make its way back into nature.
Zep's decision, I'm going to say it now for... Vizier, for everything that can be consumed by your bio beast, it is allowed to consume. For anything it cannot, it shall go to the planet.
Very well.
I shall sing it a tune.
As he cricket hots in a corner.
Yes! Actually, he cricket tunes, let's be real.
But yes. So, other than that, Vacon's frontal plates have perked up with the conversation being addressed towards them.
And I'm going to see. We're going to need that's 3 plus 1, so 4. I'm doing math.
Okay. Is there anything else that you guys wish to do, or do you want to try to? Would you like it for a feat point? I can give you guys a gentle nudge.
Well, I have one last thing that I would also like to do.
Okay.
I'm going to start digging out where the central tree is, where the central sprout.
Okay. Well, that solves something for me.
Yeah, no, I'll help. Because I was listening to the burial stuff and I composed a banjo song based off of it. I rolled an 11 to write it.
Very good.
But I'll get my hands dirty first.
Yes. You very quickly find out that the mulch and the dirt here is covering over another door.
Oh.
Also, as you quickly discover, so while it has been addressed slightly before, there's no need for this to receive nutrients as it is actively connected to the greater whole of the tree itself.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I said give it to our bio beast.
Well,
But Zepp is currently singing a tune while you guys are doing this, so he has no idea what's going on.
So let me just make sure I understand this. The Tousle worm remains, and the mess of the kitchen will be going to Vacon, and the other victim will be handled separately.
yes.
What's going on with the tree?
We've located a secret door beneath it as we were.
The tree has been discovered not to be a tree, but to be effectively a branch on the inside grown through this massive superstructure of a tree.
So do we need to chop the branch out to have access to what the door is hiding, or are we pulling it out, or do we even know where the rest of this tree is? Because it could be holding up this whole base.
And that's a fair concern.
There is a specialist with this sort of thing in your party.
Is he performing funeral rites right now?
Yes, he is currently performing funeral rites right now.
Do not disturb mode. Sorry.
it's like, okay, so we do have a specialist currently where it's like,
Timaba!
Circle of life is going on over there. Vacon is warbling.
Warble.
Dear.
So would anyone like to help? Well, for one, Zeps is gonna have to move if we're getting this Tousle worm out of here. Would anyone like to assist in moving the Tousle worm? Unless somebody else wants to continue to just stare at this rotting corpse before it starts smelling.
Sure. Let's get it out of here. It's a worm. We can move it around. Zep. I'm pretty sure as soon as we throw it over to the other side,
While
Vacon's
he is
gonna...
singing, he can hear you, and we'll just do this. The
Wonderful.
planet still acknowledges.
Please give me a strength check.
2d6 plus strength will
Strength.
be an additional 6.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Do I also give it, or am I giving her a boosted roll?
You're giving her a boost, and unfortunately, I will state this thing weighs in the tons.
Oh,
Oh, beasties.
Can
You
I,
say, "Oh, beasties." It is there on the end, tippy tapping its front paws, looking at the food that has been offered, and it is just like bacon tempted.
It's doing that calculated risk. Yeah, that
Yes, it is. It
animals
is
do.
weighing its options, and Vakin is not good at math.
It wants to jump.
Can a Hanatra shift so that way she's stronger to carry this thing?
While you are stronger, you do not believe that you would be able to move the entire thing at once, even with the massive increase in size and musculature.
I wasn't saying by herself, I was just saying, can I also do that to help move it more efficiently? Or do you think the two of us
Yes.
would be enough?
I do not believe the two of you would be enough.
Do
we
bio
chop
beasts
it
have
up?
toe chains?
What?
Do bio beasts have toe chains?
Oh, it's not bio-based.
Talking
It's
about
native to a different creature.
no, I'm talking about the giant white tiger in the bottom.
What?
You think
Rackham?
no?
What white tiger?
Whatever this is.
Oh, that is
Oh.
the robot.
It's a robot!
Do you think it has
No,
toe
it
chains?
does not.
Oh. I thought it was a bio beast this whole
Oh,
time. and I was
We
like,
don't have that
TOW
add-on
chains. Oh, I thought you were saying TOE. I was
thought
so
too,
confused.
Now,
Like-
specifically,
like
I
a
will
big
state-
O.
It'd be nice
specifically,
if it did, but
Yeah.
It would be nice. I would like to state for some clarification, I've been addressing the armature as a strange bio beast anytime I have discussed it directionally to the two aliens, because they have no technological equivalent to a
Yeah.
robot. So I've been calling it a strange bio beast to them.
That's
so him
totally
calling it
fair.
a bio beast is appropriate.
It's totally fair.
makes sense.
Behold, a spaceship. What's a spaceship? Well, we see it as this strange flying metal, like
It's a
silvery scaled
jellyfish!
whale.
It's a jellyfish. Yep.
Yes.
Totally.
It's jellyfish.
totally.
Yep. So how many people do you think it would require to move this thing?
You are looking at tonnage. Moving it all at a whole is going to be dang near impossible. Phoenix did suggest chopping it up.
All right.
I
Well,
pull out my sword.
yep, she'll begin to
Pull out
chop
mine
in.
too.
You will be able to hack it, no problem. So you'll be able to. All right. Do you want to state that out loud as you begin hacking it up?
Yeah, but how does it taste?
Do you taste it?
Maybe wait to
Maybe.
cook it first.
Or is it too late and Waylon has already? I don't know.
I'd say
It's
it
pretty
already
fresh right
spat
now.
acid
It's pretty
or
fresh.
whatever.
It could be like,
Yeah, it's
it'd be like
acidic.
sushi.
If you're going down the
spicy.
sushi path, do you really want to attempt this this puffer fish without knowing what exactly is the poisonous parts that you're not supposed to be consuming?
I'm pretty sure it's the poison parts.
Which would
Give
be
me here. Please give me a willpower check in that case, since you have brought this up, and I do see that you've sent me the message of "I taste it."
oh goodness.
Willpower. So
Episode 3. Somebody died.
do I roll willpower plus?
Oh no, you're gonna.
2d6?
What is your willpower score?
9.
9. You're gonna roll.
Sleep well,
2d6
Renova.
against
Thanks for
that.
stopping by.
Okay.
Have a good night.
This is so. Ooh, you have the option to not taste it.
I have the option, but
I knew the butt was gonna happen.
I want to taste it. So
Waylon looks around and does his best Vacon impression, which is putting it in his mouth before anyone can stop him. Your first impression? A slightly saltier eel.
Oh.
Your second impression? A really tasty, slightly saltier eel. Now give me a physique check.
Oh no.
Well, that's good.
Knees
I
weak,
have an
palms are
okay.
sweaty.
Yep. So do you want to chop off part of it and leave it in the kitchen area to save it for later? She'll just stare at him, blinking a few times. And continue to chop it up so that way she can send it to Vacon.
£5.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you,
And share it
Kohaku.
around with
I don't
everyone,
know why
going,
that keeps
"Hey, this is
happening.
great."
Thank you so much for letting me know.
Everyone wonders where he, somehow, he was able to produce brown twine and a bit of parchment paper to actually wrap it in.
I got it from Craft Banjo.
Macy's.
Macy's.
Space Macy's.
It is indeed
Space
very
Macy's.
random.
Spacies.
Macy's.
But yes.
We did stop by Spacey's on the way here.
Man, I must have been spaced.
All right. But yes, you'll be able to handle that. And of course, this adds to the other terrible question, which is now that tasted pretty good. You wonder how other things might taste.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh no, he's the thick.
I'm the thick?
He's gonna be in the thick of it, i.e., fuck around and find out.
Hey, I found out this was tasty.
I know, it's only the beginning.
I've been listening, doing other things in Taz when someone stopped mid-sentence. Yeah, I don't know why that keeps happening. I might switch my my toggles and my
The
hotbars.
ritual is over. He
But
has
now
sang
I'm
his-
sad.
He sang his tune.
Rest in peace, thick.
He will turn back to the group and walk over to wonder why they're chopping it up and why a face was currently being stuffed full of mystery meat. What did I miss, and why are you shoving foreign entities into your breathing apparatus?
That's how humans eat. And
Yeah.
Waylon wanted to try it firsthand. While the
And
rest
it
of
was
us
good.
were making it more feasible for us to remove the giant dead carcass before it starts to rot.
Understood. Remove the carcass. Were we not leaving? Did you find something?
Yes. Please take a look at the tree that's growing through a door over by Vasir.
We discovered it when we were making a proper grave.
I would like to examine it.
All right. What check would you like to make? You have a wide range of them. It does appear weird sciences would be an appropriate one. Also, aether chemistry.
Honestly, Let's go, Ether!
Okay.
Ether.
Ether! Ether! It would be a 15.
15. Okay. First off, you immediately, like the rest of them, have realized that this tree is connected to the actual tree itself. This is not
course.
a separate entity. It is a branch
Yeah,
growing out of it.
it's the whole armature, yeah.
Yes, you also, much like a broken limb, realize that this could actually be healed, and very easily with a particular aether chemical reagent that you have on you. A very nice finished product that you would normally use in cases of crisis.
Begin applying etheric restorative to the tree at the bottom base where it's mostly damaged.
Okay. So everyone watches as he uncorks a strange salve and begins
Applying.
judiciously applying it, spackling it, even if you will. And there is a strange creaking noise. And from there, strangely, it takes less than a minute for this thing to upright itself. Not only reviving in size and shape, but reblooming the various glowing bioluminescent leaves, as well as full fruits, quickly growing to a full ripeness, lighting the room and revealing above you beautiful frescoes, seemingly naturally grown into the mother of pearl dome.
You could hear a very happy chirp come from his antennae as he will gently brush the tree as it grows.
Okay.
And you
The other
said it
good news.
Bared
Sorry,
fruit.
yes,
It did.
They're glowing purple, almost like pears in size and shape, but glowing from the inside with a soft purplish light.
Is that safe to consume?
Yeah, that was my question.
Those right there are known as kircht, which is a basic staple of.
That was a very impressive pun for one who does not speak our native tongue. A play on words. And Asher will go to try to one of these kircht.
And Lieutenant Phoenix. It is delicious.
Thank you for letting me know.
Junior Lieutenant Phoenix here. The best way that I can describe the flavor to you is that we're talking somewhere between a mix of peach and pear for the taste.
Oh, that sounds good.
So it is light, it is fruitful, it is very refreshing and delicious. For Hanatra and for Waylon, it tastes like onion cough syrup.
Well, I've definitely had better tasting things. She will put down the or offer the pear to Zeps. She's only taken a small nibble out.
Do you not enjoy it?
It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Is it bad that the eel tasted better?
I'm unsure. However, I do not wish for it to go to waste.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty good.
I'm glad you
can have
enjoy it.
mine.
Very good.
Continue to enjoy them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
if you take a bite out of Wayland's one, yeah, no, it's very ripe. It's very delicious.
yeah.
It's got that light hint of sweetness to it. It's very fruity. Got a very nice bouquet. You have no idea why they're making these weird gagging noises.
I take out the eel and I eat another slice of it.
All right.
Now about
Ugh.
that door.
Yes,
Good,
about the
salt.
door. The hidden
Yes,
door.
there isn't. Yes, the hidden door, which is now no longer hidden because the tree is now upright and no longer blocking it.
I will proceed to open the door.
Okay, this one takes a little bit more to open up. It's a little bit heavier. Also, considering the fact that it does not easily roll to one side since it is horizontal instead of vertical. But yes, there is a dark tunnel below, working into the root structures.
I now have 4.5 pounds of eel.
Hmm.
Well, shall we head down?
That was my intention.
Okay. It is relatively dark down there, and I will be changing maps over in just a second.
Wonderful.
Sounds good. Oops. I moved the door on accident.
Yeah, I
Was
did
there
that
anything
earlier. It was
else
like, the heck?
that we needed to feed to Vacon?
Vacon?
You have been able to feed the majority of the Tazelworm to Vacon from the safety of the opposite side of the cliff.
Okay.
So you're at least lucky there on the fact of, hey, we can feed him safely from here.
From afar.
Just like we used to do in zoos before we deemed them unethical and cruel to animals.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they started talking and telling us this.
Okay, that wasn't your fault. That was the particular group of individuals that wanted to uplift everything on Earth, and that didn't work out too well.
Yeah, some things actually went to crap.
Yeah, often. A lot of things went to crap often, but
No,
that's
crap, but yeah, often to crap.
some things went to crap. Speaking of, yeah.
Boop 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 a doop a doop boop a doop. Sorry, go ahead.
Did somebody crab?
No. Just
No.
me
Okay.
in my brain.
Give me a. Well,
You're gonna do
somebody
it, aren't you?
crab?
Yep, there
Of
we go.
course I am.
Alright, I'm done now.
Proud of you.
Right. And give me a moment. I need to change this map over. And that means I need to do.
Dun dun dun, indeed, Antaka. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for stopping by. How are you doing this fine evening? I hope you're doing well. What? Everyone's gone. Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no!
It's dark down here.
Imagine near
Yes.
that.
It's so dark.
You're about to sleep? Okay, no problem, no problem. Get some sleep. Rest well. I know it's a school night for some people. Definitely gotta be careful. Oh, don't worry, nothing is visible on stream. It's just a lovely
Yep.
campfire underneath some rocky, strange alien structures.
Ooh.
As the scene is revealed, the players
Well,
slowly,
I'm working
possibly.
on it now. I'm currently fighting. Go. I just see people wiggling stuff around in the background.
Oh yeah.
do 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 do
I'm working on it.
Do
do do do do.
Okay, so we got
do.
saved there.
Phenomena.
Do 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 do.
Nom 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 nom.
Nom 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 the nom 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 phenomena
Do 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 do
phenomena
do 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 do.
phenomena.
Do 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 do.
Da 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 da
All right.
da 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 phenomena.
I don't know if Chad can see that.
Yeah, all right. Can you guys please eliminate the various drawings and doodles that you've done?
I can't
What,
see
you don't
any.
like it?
Oh,
Aw,
You did paw.
I did.
oh, I see it now.
Yeah, I see the paw was here.
Yeah.
All right.
He was.
Hey, look. Oh,
Oh.
Well, look, there's still a paw there.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, I kind of see it.
Oh shit! I can grab that. That's
You
a
can.
character, not a map.
There's a bunch of paw
That
prints
is-
there.
I'm. Oh my god. Stop! Mhm.
All right, we'll stop. Stop.
Ah.
I'm sorry, Pomp. I feel your pain.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to be using OwlBear Rodeo, I highly suggest that you make sure to spend a little bit more money, as it allows you to have more maps appropriately. Where?
I don't know what you're talking about. I think it's just fine.
I think everything is dandy.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is
cool
awesome
when
when you
you're part
want
of
it
a
to be.
team. Or when you're part of a team.
Oh, you know, true.
Rada rada rada. Rada rah.
Rah 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 rah.
So what happened is
Rawr.
apparently I put it into I put
Character
the,
icons or something.
Oh no, I put it into notes somehow.
Ah, interesting. Anyway, so I roll for initiative.
So I started blasting.
So I started blasting?
So I started
Alright.
harvesting plants.
And, Tazzleworm meat.
Oh, the tassel. Whoa. Oh,
Was that smoke?
yeah.
Okay, well,
I
let me
was
just,
so scared when I first saw it.
and
It's
then
fine.
explosions happened. I'm just gonna hide the map for stream real quick.
Oh no, we're all good. Everyone can now place their characters up in the top area here. I'm going to show you your area to place.
How do place?
How do place?
I'm going to post them, and then you can move them there.
Ah.
Thank you.
Oh. I'm so small.
Who am I missing?
Me
Me. No, you have me. We
and
need.
There we go.
you need Visir,
and
yeah.
Visir.
There we go. All right. But yes. So the rough walls on the inside are. You find yourself in a dark tunnel that seems to be made from the inner tubing of this massive tree.
Are you saying we're like ants?
Kind of.
Okay.
I'd like to think more like termites.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're not chewing on anything right now, Waylon.
Right now.
Pulls out Tazzleworm meat and starts chewing.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I also learned a lesson. The fruit doesn't taste good, so obviously the bark of the tree can't taste good.
Sniff Spark.
Mildly cinnamony notes.
Might go well in some tea, perhaps. A nice rooty flavor.
Interesting. Who has a flashlight?
Who can see in the dark?
Not a.
No.
Or I guess a torch?
Check your inventories.
I'm checking.
I have a lighter.
Me too.
I see
Magnesium lighter.
a thermal sheet, but nothing
I mean, I
about a
could use the
lighter.
UTP converter.
That's only for currency, though.
It turns currency into food. However, at the same point in time, you could easily fashion a lantern with the materials that you have. Also, you do see some glowing rocks. I mean, you are in fact staring at one of them.
Yep. Yep, I am. You said you have a lighter, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna take one of my spare clothings and
Okay.
look around, see if I can find a protruding root or something that I could cut off and wrap it around.
So here you go. Give me a we'll have you give me a perception check. So perception plus 2d6.
Perception plus 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh! I get my
Well,
feedback
there
point.
you go. Yes, you do. And from there, so what she does is she reaches in, she mutters to herself for a while, finds and rips off a small inner root piece, produces one of the many tubes of socks that she has, because everyone has a lot of extra socks.
Yep.
She takes a sock, puts an extra sock in there. She then takes a scoopful of the strange butter, puts that in there, wraps the sock around, and is able to light it on fire, making a rudimentary torch.
Yay, organic oil.
So you will use one thing of organic oil.
So I no longer have any more organic oil.
Oh, no, you have one left.
Oh, okay.
You had two uses of it, right?
Oh. Wasn't specified.
I could. Oh, and here, I'll even fasten it so that it more easily sticks to the root with my. Excuse me, I have hiccups. Bonding tape. So I just wrap it around.
You space duct tape it one time just to make sure.
Yes.
And now we use the lighter to
Mhm.
set it ablaze. Alright, so who's
So
going
A.
first?
Yep.
Am I leading the way?
Depends. How tough are you?
I'm tough
He
enough.
turns into another creature. I would assume that's tough.
You also assume that's normal for the females of our species.
Those are your words, not mine. But you're not wrong.
Alright.
It's okay. Yeah, I'll follow behind you.
Shiny.
Guns drawn.
Indeed.
Yep. Yes. Oh, right. Their
I'd like
eyes
to
are.
roll. I would like to roll to take shiny.
Do you have an appropriate tool to crack this?
Like a pickaxe.
I have rock to hit rock.
Please, so please give me a strength check.
No.
So here, so instead, so you think about this, and then you go, we have worker casts for this.
Yeah, I'm like, I just wanted to pull it.
I mean, you could possibly
Yes.
ask Vasir to do it, but
No, he doesn't have a pickaxe. He's beneath this kind of work. He's my bodyguard. No.
okay.
He's like,
Well,
"But I
actually,
want to-"
hey, Vizier. I would like materials. Vizier? Angry?
Agras, did you fall asleep?
No, I've just
Okay,
been a little distracted.
okay.
No worries. you like a recap?
Yeah, that would be helpful. Well, I know we've been exploring our way through here.
They have
Zeps,
fashioned. Sorry.
Zeps was about to ask Vasir if they could possibly dislodge one of the shiny rocks, while the rest of the group is proceeding forward with their fashioned together lantern.
The grease torch.
Yeah.
I suppose we could. I will attempt to pull it.
2d6 plus strength.
Okay, let's take a look at strength. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, come here, you. A total of a 12.
So with a total of a 12, it is not budging from it. You realize very quickly that this is the tip of an iceberg, per se, and the tip of it that you are seeing is a 4-foot pylon of glowing rock. Now, on the other hand, you can tell that this is most likely a raw piece of etheric crystal. So, yes, it could be harvested at some other point in time. Although, utilizing a worker cast to do it, or to have, if you can somehow get Vakon down here, he could easily dislodge them. Although, convincing him not to eat his favorite treat might be a problem.
Yes.
I thought his favorite treat was everything.
No, his favorite
This,
treat is
unfortunately,
etheric crystals.
also a flavor of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So as I round corners,
Yes.
I will keep an ear open and listen cautiously for any odd sounds, footsteps that I may hear.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't know what we're walking into. We're going in blind. Literally and metaphorically.
Yes.
So I'm keeping full alertness.
And I will, with this here, meet up. Go.
Yep.
Watch out. Pistols drawn.
Oh, wait up. Wait. You humans are so fast.
All
My
right.
legs are not much longer than yours are.
Yes, but you have the light.
Right.
The party will waddle. Okay, the party will
It
waddle
just-
along, and the first thing that they will notice above, beyond them, is the telltale signs of that pearlescent substance that has been the walls of the interior of the entire upstairs area.
Huh.
So, I'll make it a little more appropriately sized. But yes.
Well, there's some glowing rocks up here.
So yes, it is
Crystals.
Do I see any kind of door or entrance or window?
Yes, you do see a door. This one, however, is almost the entirety of that wall there. You come quickly to realize and be mildly shocked by is the fact that that entire thing is a door.
So this whole area right here is a door?
Yes, that entire wall is a door.
Okay, I'm going to press near to this door and listen to see if I hear any movement or sounds coming from the other side.
Detection check if you'd wish.
Detection?
Which would be based off perception. I do believe that you have some ranks in it.
Perception. I have 4.
Oh,
That's a
you
12.
have 4 fours.
I do. My feat
Nice.
points have already
Yeah.
been maxed.
Well, there you go. You hear a strange noise from the other side. You're having trouble putting your finger on it for the moment. Luckily, with Zip and Vakon having been discussing their issues and the problems with that rock before, you are able to put a finger on it. That it sounds very similar to the speech patterns of them.
I think there are survivors. Zeps, Vasir.
In
Huh.
in here?
I put my guns away.
It does sound like it. I don't know if they'll be friendly towards a bunch of random aliens going first. If you want to come to the front.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
I will use my I will try to communicate to see if I can penetrate through the wall.
You are able to communicate and penetrate through the wall, but you are rebuffed from the other side.
I'm receiving nothing in return.
Is there
I'd like
a typical knock or like a whistle or a doorknob or something that is accustomed to your house structures that you could try?
I'm going to feel across. I actually, I personally, as me, don't know.
Yeah. Give a weird science check if you so wish.
Science!
Yo,
That's
that's
pretty
a
good.
legendary number. That's high.
That's pretty good.
That's a 16.
Very good.
Very good. All right. You actually realize that this is very similar to some of the most secure doors that your species has. Your species doesn't really believe in locks because, well, if you're supposed to be somewhere, you're going to be there. And if you're not supposed to be there, then, well, you're probably going to be stopped by the warrior caste. So locks have never really been a necessary thing. But when it comes to secrets or something you really want to keep, yes, I heard
You kind of cut out there a little bit.
It's all right.
right.
I did hear everything though.
Okay.
Okay. Since the species has never had a need for locks, you have come to the realization the easiest way to keep people out is to make a really big door, which is just physically impossible for the worker caste or the warrior or a leader caste normally to open on their own unless they have the active ability to, which luckily Zip happens to have the ability of telekinesis.
Yep. So I could just. Yep.
You would be able to open the door in some way, shape, or form.
Well,
So
I would like.
it may not be entirely, but
Well,
you can definitely open it.
have I restored any arc?
You have just enough arc left for one more use, although you will be fatigued after this.
No, I mean, don't I restore after some time?
Yes, sometime, but you would need to rest.
It has not been restful. It has been very stressful.
Got it. Understood. I will absolutely use telekinesis to wedge the door jar.
All right. And I don't know why that came out at that size. Give me a moment. Getting very. Okay, let me see. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to remove this fog. That is not the correct one. Go. So consider this entire area here is now, well, we'll say roughly 12 feet of this has been slid in on itself.
Understood.
So,
You will see his body become weak and he will limp forward.
yep. You are currently at 0. You can still use formulae, but you will start needing to make fatigue checks.
Yep.
So, but yes, and you can see inside. An individual currently is muttering to himself and effectively talking to these two tassel-worms in the distance. The entire area is very well lit. It has an entire ring of bioluminescent moss glowing off of the pearlescent ceiling. And
Yeah. Hands are back on the pistols, but they aren't out yet.
yes,
Knuckle dusters have been re-equipped.
yes, and the individual will turn, and while he is speaking in the native tongue of the Bakishkik, what Zap and Vizier will hear is, "Aha! More survivors! Hello! It's a pleasure to see you."
More survivors. You are one of. Why are those beasts behind you? What is transpiring?
And with that, it is 11:20. Do we want to stop here?
I feel I should. We're
Okay.
Understood.
No problem.
Okay.
All right.
New and exciting things to come.
On the next episode.
Of
Of a star-crossed alliance. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I really appreciate it, and I hope you had fun.
Very much so. Very
Yeah,
interesting
it's
things
nice.
are happening.
Sorry
Absolutely.
for my hiccups.
It's okay.
I had hiccups today too, actually, for some
That's so
reason, for
funny.
like 45 minutes. They wouldn't
Oh
go
my
away.
god, 45 minutes? That's crazy.
Yeah, and I
My God,
hardly
that's
ever have
nuts.
hiccups.
Crazy? I was
Crazy?
crazy once.
I was crazy once. They locked me in a room.
Oh,
a rubber
God.
room. A rubber room full of tassel worms.
Crazy?
no, not
I
the
was
Talisman
crazy
worms.
once, so much so I betrayed my own people.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no.
Real quick, I would like to point out something. Click on him. What's his name?
GM?
Oh, it says that? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's
Crazy.
actually KRZY.
I see it. KRZY.
This is Phoenix
Oh, that's
for
so
me.
funny. Kersey.
No, you
Kersey-
click on
Kersey.
him and
It pops
it
up in
opens up a
the
thing.
bar and below it, yeah.
Oh,
Kersey? I was
Kersey.
Kersey once. And I was in a room. A rubber room full of tassel worms. And I tamed them.
Tassel worms make me crazy.
My Tyson. It's like eel.
crazy. I was crazy enough. I went with weird humans to an underground piece of my planet to go fight aliens.
And you found your own people going crazy with tassel worms.
My
Crazy?
God. Crazy.
Crazy? I was
with
crazy
tassel
once.
worms.
I was crazy once.
Yes, tassel worms. Man, and I tasted tassel worms once, and they're crazy delicious.
Oh! So I rearranged. I think I'm gonna mess with the arrangement of where I'm gonna put people's characters and whatnot. But
Okay.
hoping that this will help, so that way it's more of a DM versus characters versus before where it was all just kind of mixed together. And then I'm gonna see if maybe like stacking the taller characters behind on the side with the map, maybe that will help to make sure that everyone can see what's going on. But either way, I'm still messing with the layout. But I hope, for some reason, like, Discord kept muting on stream, and I'm not quite sure what that was all about. I might just shut off that hotkey, because I definitely wasn't hitting that hotkey, but it thought I was. So I'll have to look into that. So hopefully it wasn't muted for too long. I hope everybody enjoyed their time here. And we'll be doing this again. Believe it or not, October 1st is the next Sunday that we will be able to participate.
Woo!
It's the beginning of the spooky hours.
SPOOK. SPOOK. Oh, yay.
S-P-O-O-K.
SPOOK. Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
SPOOOC.
Oh.
And
Spoosy.
Spooky?
Pussy.
Spoosy.
Pussy.
Spoopy.
I say
Spoosy.
good nighty.
Good night.
good
Good
night.
night. Bye.
Right.
All
I
right.
think that one went a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. And I hope that everyone enjoyed hanging out and chilling and all that.
Like a villain.
Chilling like a villain.
I feel bad that Citrine was the one that found the poop room, but still,
That was
that was
funny.
good.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Like,
I am hoping that based on the fact that my bitrate did not really fluctuate at all, that I may be able to stream tomorrow a little bit more
Okay.
stable than I have in the past. And hopefully we can get a move on moving forward with the new internet for possibly even money saving.
yeah.
And we can go from there. But again, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. If any of you guys have questions based off of the campaign or anything that happened today or happened in the past, I am uploading all of the sessions onto my YouTube account, which is www.youtube.com/preciousAngelWings. You can find that on socials as well. You can find it by following that link. If you are interested in learning more about other things that we offer on this channel, feel free to hop onto the Discord. I do a lot of artwork. I did all the art for all the characters. I have done the overlays and all that fun stuff. But thank you again for everybody who has come to join. I apologize for the weird muting of Discord conversations that was happening midway. Hopefully that will be fixed next time. You know, we're still new, we're still working out the bugs. This is our first time doing this. So, best of luck with the future. Am I right?
Future!
Future! Just picture Squidward holding his head. Future! But maybe we can get another player in, maybe we won't. But I may be also looking to expand on the PNG tubers to have a bit more motion, a bit more reaction, due to the fact that I have discovered a new program that's called PNG Tuber Plus.
And nothing can stop her from arting.
I must art! It is a part of me!
Art.
It's a part of me. It's a bit of a stretch, but you guys get the idea. But thank you all. I'm gonna call it there. Have a lovely night, and a lovely week, and I will probably... Oh goodness. Thank you so much, Witchy. Thank you. How you doing, Tiny J? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the 10 months. I hope you enjoyed that overly loud notification. Yes, you got the end. But this will not be the end. Our next session will be October 1st, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was fantastic. Wonderful. I'm glad you enjoyed that. But I will, again, like I said, I will try to be live tomorrow. I might be doing some artwork. I might be doing some video games. I might pick up a game that I've started and haven't stopped. I might go back to it. I don't know. It depends. But as I said, thank you all so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. And feel free to stop by the Discord if you want to continue to chat, or if you wanted to check out the VODs. They are available on my YouTube. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Bye-bye!
Have a good night!